Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First, congratulations on your reappointment as chair of the House Administration Committee. We're grateful to you for all your work, and thanks for calling this meeting so we can formally begin the process and the important work of this committee. So today we'll consider I'm not sure if it's a number of or if we compile them all into a single resolution, but I know that are critical to the operation of the House. I guess we're going to take them all up perhaps as one vote, all the resolutions. But before we get to that, I want to officially thank and welcome all of my colleagues back to the committee. Ms. Miller, welcome. And it's great to have you join us. And I do want to also acknowledge Representative Terry Sewell and Representative Norma Torres, our two members who have served in the past. Ms. Sewell, of course, from Alabama, and Ms. Torres from California, who's sadly, I think, as Ms. Bice is at the Appropriations Committee, but is excited to continue, and want to make sure that we particularly keep our thoughts and prayers for the people in California where Ms. Torres represents. As subcommittee leaders on our side, both Ms. Sewell and Torres served this committee with integrity and distinction last Congress, and I look forward to working with both of them. I also want to welcome on our side a fellow former state legislator, Ms. Johnson, who served in the State House in Texas, and welcome her both to the House of Representatives and certainly to our committee. I think it's rare on our side that a first-term member gets appointed to a leadership committee, but I think it speaks to Julie's experience and judgment that Leader Jeffries has asked her to serve with us so early in her tenure. The 118th Congress was productive for this committee, and I thank you, Mr. Chairman, for that. While we had our disagreements, some more entrenched perhaps than others, we also delivered bipartisan wins for the House and for the American people. And I'm eager to continue that fruitful relationship in the 119th Congress as we tackle the diverse range of issues we are charged with overseeing. Through the committee's jurisdiction over the administration of all federal elections, we have a solemn duty to preserve, protect, and defend the sanctity of American democracy, and we must ensure that every American is able to cast a free and fair ballot. Our nation does well only when everyone participates, but will falter if we elevate the wealthy, the well-off, and the well-connected above our friends, neighbors, and the countless working Americans that have made this country a shining city on the hill. It's also incumbent upon all of us to ensure the House is a safe and inclusive place to work for members and staff. And while we have made considerable strides to this end in recent Congresses, as evident in the workplace rights resolution we will consider today, we must still actively work to preserve and to expand on those achievements. The sanctity of this institution is among our most critical missions, and I know we all take that very, very seriously. To that end, I again invite the majority to work with us on bipartisan oversight of the Capitol Police, Capitol Complex security, and the safety of members and staff. And to a certain extent, we were certainly able to do that at the full committee level during the 118th Congress, and I'm grateful to Chairman Stile and the full committee staff for their partnership in these efforts. This is especially important given President Trump's most recent actions freeing violent felons who assaulted police officers in our Capitol, allowing them into these halls back and sending them back into their districts. And I urge the committee in the strongest terms to take immediate action to address this new threat as it is happening. It is my hope that the 119th Congress, we can spend meaningful time ensuring the mental health, wellness, and morale of the Capitol Police, including continued development of the Howie Liebengood Center for Wellness and addressing systemic deficiencies in the force, such as officer training and recruitment, which I know they continue to struggle with. We are also not just responsible for the physical security, but also cyber defenses as well. And as the use and advancement of artificial intelligence expands dramatically, we must be prudent and thoughtful in its use in the legislative branch. And throughout the 118th Congress, this committee, again, thank you, Mr. Chairman, for that, we worked in a bipartisan manner to advance the implementation of AI technology. So I'm committed to continuing this effort, striving for a more efficient and effective House, expanding the renewed focus on responsibly expanding the use of AI across member offices, committees, and institutional partners. Our policies must adequately protect sensitive data, fortify the House network, and ensure staff are trained on the potential dangers of AI. And we also serve as guardians of the historical record. So we have much work to do. It's my hope that we can build on the bipartisan groundwork we laid last Congress and keep the best interests of our constituents and institution at the forefront of our efforts. Again, let me thank you, Mr. Chairman, and your great staff for the bipartisan work and the cooperation. We look forward to that again.